It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Diz. Featuring Frank. And Jen.
This is Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, and it's been 2 weeks since we did Theme Park Thursday Live, and we forgot to do all the things.
And it shows.
And
I was
it
like,
shows. I was like,
what's happening?
oh,
We're
they're doing
live. What's happening?
We gotta do a new banner at the bottom with our socials. Oh, wait, I forgot to hit the countdown. Okay, great. Great. For the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to present 3 topics or subjects that we did not discuss on not just one Theme Park Thursday episode this week, but all 3 of our Theme Park Thursday episodes this week. That's right. We're doing a Trip Report trilogy. We dropped the first episode today talking about Magic Kingdom and Jelly Rolls. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about Hollywood Studios, #AlwaysMGM. And then Saturday, we'll have a special guest to talk about Universal and Islands of Adventure and all the things I did wrong on my day there.
A big episode of Frank getting yelled at. Enjoy.
Enjoy that Saturday special of me getting yelled at by our special guest. And I think if the regulars are here, you know it's Steffers. Steffers will join us on Saturday for the Theme Park Thursday. But this is Theme Park Thursday Live. So we got the 3 topics, the 3 subjects. The chat shall decide the particular order as I get the banners ready. Who's in the chat this morning?
Good morning, Jeffers. Good morning, Theme Park Rob. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Mike. Hello, Steffers. Hello, Surf Bum.
So this kind of covers almost a 2, because last Thursday I was flying in the morning to Orlando. You were flying in the afternoon. So both Disney and Universal were like, ha, 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 it's Theme Park Thursday, and they're not around. So we're going to drop some news. So 2 of these 3 topics actually are about a week old, but we wanted to address them here with all those in the chat. So that's the basis of our first 2 topics. Topic number 1, the return of the parade. Finally, a parade will return to Walt Disney World. As the title of the Disney Parks blog says, more entertainment coming to Magic Kingdom Park for the 50th anniversary celebration. So we'll talk about Festival of Fantasy and everything else that's involved in that blog. That is topic number 1. Topic number 2, which was also announced last Thursday, Universal Studios said, hey, guess what? The Epic Universe is coming in 2025. And I go, wow, 2025, that's a long way away. Nope. It's 3 years away.
Mm-hmm.
How is 2025 3 years away? I know not. So that's a whole other session on its own. How is 2025? We'll talk a little bit about that. Steffers gave me a little inside baseball because I didn't know much. So we'll talk about that as it relates to us and our nostalgia. And then topic number 3, mini drama. There was some Minnie Mouse drama. And Jen's already shaking her head because I don't tell her the topics until about 45 seconds before we go live. And she was like, what, the polka dot thing? And I was like, I'm just saying it's worth a discussion here on Theme Park Thursday Live. So we got about 25 minutes left. We got 3 topics. We got 3 subjects. We got folks in the chat. Place your bets now for the order in which we discuss. Jen, have you already thought about things we might have missed on the 3 podcasts we're presenting?
Yeah. First of all, we mentioned, and I think we may have mentioned in today's episode, but maybe we didn't. We also, inside scoop, we recorded all 3 yesterday, so it's just that we mentioned Ariel bubble wands, but we never discussed it.
Oh, we never got it.
That's one
might
thing,
have to be a whole
but
thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a whole thing on its own, the Ariel bubble wands. And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And hello to Dr. Bell. I saw you come in after I was saying the hellos.
I see 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 3, 2. And people want to hear about the parade stuff first. So
All right, yeah.
it looks like we're
1, 3, 2,
gonna.
1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. I feel like the order's kind of tied, but 1 is the first.
It sounds like Daisy in Runaway Railway. And 1, 2, 3.
1,
At
2,
least that's what I hear.
1, 2, 3.
The return of the parade is topic number 1. Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Can
Can everyone see me? Can everyone hear me?
Here I go. I don't want to mess anything up. More entertainment coming to the Magic Kingdom Park. Right. So here we are. Look at that picture of Mickey. Can you see it now?
You can see.
So here we are. Kicking off the fun on February 11th is the brand new Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade, starring nearly 30 of your. That's not a parade, everyone. 30 of your favorites is not a parade. This supersized cavalcade features Nick and Judy from Zootopia, Baloo and King Louie, Jose Carioca and Panchito, plus Merida, Moana, The Incredibles, and more, including a debut of Miguel from Coco and his mariachi best for the Magic Kingdom. I just have a couple of things on this front, because we saw 3 cavalcades at least in time. We were in agreement that the cavalcades should stay in some capacity. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
And so when I see this expanded cavalcade, because it's like, oh, now we got 30. We were doing like 6.
All right.
Yeah, you got the sensational 6 characters. You got Aladdin and Moana and Mary Poppins in one with a couple of others, Alice usually. And then you got the one in the studios with Mr. and Mrs. Incredible and Woody and the Green Army. 6.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to 30, are we talking about a cavalcade at this point?
I don't know. And okay, so I'm a little torn on the cavalcades. If they're going to bring back parades, which this kind of sounds like, if they're going to bring back parades, then I don't know that we need the cavalcades. I'd much rather see the characters out and about sporadically in the park. Like, don't get rid of that. Keep the Joy walking around Epcot. Keep the, Daisy over in studios smelling some flowers. Keep all of those things more so than the cavalcades, because if you're going to go to parades, I don't know that we need the cavalcades. But I'm also like, they're a nice addition. I think this is a parade. I don't know. That's what it is to me.
And let's just say that we'll talk about the Festival of Fantasy here, that, getting a place for the cavalcades. When we heard the music coming, Jen, how would you describe that process the 2 days we were there?
That's how I would describe it. People go insane, try to immediately get to whatever tape or curb or whatever is happening. I had someone standing next to me doing a full back bend into me to try to get the shots in their phone. And I'm like, you do not need to be back bending into me. Ma'am, it's coming down. You have plenty of time. You have a good view here. You're in front. I don't need you laying on me in order to get the shot. It was madness. And then because some were just so short, you would hear after, that was it. That's what we had to do. So it's a little crazy right now.
Yeah, just to talk about that, the one parent, for I assume a parent, that they were with the child, but yeah, it wasn't like the characters were like right here, so you felt the need to kind of do one of these. No, you have the straight shot down.
You're fine. Yeah. No.
And then the one at the studios, when we caught the 6 over by Backlot Express, across from Backlot Express. First there was nobody, and then there was 10,000 people.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So to say that people are itching for a parade is an understatement.
Yes.
They're ready for the parades, and now they're coming back. So March 9th, the anniversary of the debut of the parade in 2014, Festival of Fantasy returns. Characters from Princess and the Frog, Tangled, Peter Pan, you know the old Festival of Fantasy parade, and of course the Maleficent Dragon. So that will be back on March 9th. I didn't see anywhere in this article about more entertainment returning to the Magic Kingdom, anything about a nighttime parade coming soon.
All right. We want that nighttime parade. Hello to Facebook user in the chat. Thanks for hanging out, except we can't see your name, so I apologize. But thanks for hanging out with us. And the Facebook user definitely wants parades back. So
yes, I mean, and I we often have a discussion here at home, and maybe Jen, you have these discussions at home as well about like, you know, when will things be as close to normal as humanly
Yeah.
possible? And then,
Mhm.
I think, we're kind of close, but it's the idea of too is like I'm ready. It can be normal. Can just everyone understand? Like just still wash your hands
Yeah.
and sanitize and like just just practice the hygiene portion at
Right.
the very least. That's all I'm
Right.
asking.
Mhm.
Because that's what all I'm thinking about at this point when I'm close is the hygiene. I'm not thinking
Yeah.
about who's sick and who's not sick. It's too crazy for me to get in that brain space anymore. But it's the hygiene that
Yeah.
I worry about. Am I allowed to say that on
Um
this live stream? I don't know. Da, da, da,
Sorry.
da, da,
Da, da,
da,
da, da,
da, da.
da. Lewis is saying, I really, really hate things you have to line up for hours in advance and have to fight for your space. I definitely get that part. That I don't miss, of especially when it's 2 hours ahead of time and you're like, there are no spaces. So I guess I'm not seeing this. So I'm with you there.
Mhm.
I think but I don't know. I feel like the more people that are in the parks now, these cavalcades draw in craziness for
Yeah.
2 minutes, and then it's so I don't know. I don't know what has to happen there. Hello, Daddy-O.
No, Facebook user was Daddy-O. I
Yes.
think that's what he's confirming there. So it's good, good to know. But yeah, I mean, I agree, Lewis. I don't want to line up either. I posted 2 videos on our YouTube channel this week. One for the exact reasons you're mentioning. One is the walk up of Main Street a half an hour before Enchantment, which I was like, as you could see, the crowd was just
Yeah.
they were just gathering, and as you got closer to the castle, I was like, and I'm gonna go left.
Yeah.
And then I posted my Enchantment video from Frontierland because I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
just not doing it.
Yeah.
So that is we got the Friendship Fair as well. They're all going to be in their iridescent fashions because everything is iridescent. So we got to keep pushing that right now, and that's
Sleek and
fine.
iridescent.
Iridescent. I don't know how I like the outfits, but I fear that their iridescent choices have poorly gone over into how the merch looks. So
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
still hopeful there'll be alternative merch come the summertime or something. I don't know what that is. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna take this out, come back to normal here, and move on to number 2. No, we want to do 3 or you want to do 2? Let's do. You want to go 1, 3, 2? Let's do mini drama because I think that'll
Okay.
be
All right. We'll make
so.
Steffers wait a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet Steph's wave. She's gonna hang out for a while. She's like, I'm working, and so topic number 3, mini drama. This kind of happened last week too. This was from Friday, where kind of the world went crazy over this. I'm gonna share my screen and share screen, and there's too many buttons to press for share screen. Can I
Mhm.
just say that? Share. So here it is from ABC 30 in Los Angeles, California, and let's talk. It's quite different from Minnie's signature red and white polka dot dress. The new ensemble includes matching blue pants. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about the Disneyland Paris 30th anniversary look for Minnie Mouse. As you can see here, as designed by Stella McCartney. It is not the red and white polka dots, your minivan special. It is your blue and black polka dots here with a blazer and a big bow, of course. I am delighted to be working with the one, the only, the iconic Minnie Mouse. And goes on to talk about new tuxedo style look was created using responsibly sourced fabrics. And this new take on her signature polka dots makes Minnie Mouse a symbol of progress for a new generation. Let's just take that quote right there because the response to this look,
Oh my
Jen,
God.
how would you
I can't
describe?
with people. I just can't. Everyone calm down. How about that? That's all I have to say there. Everybody calm down. This is not Minnie's not allowed to be wearing her dress. That's not what this is, everybody.
Mhm.
Calm down. Everything's going to be okay. This is something for an anniversary. This is an alternative to something else Minnie can wear. God forbid she wears some pants. Oh my God. Everyone go nuts. Okay. Now, the only thing someone mentioned, someone that I know mentioned that kind of looks like pajamas. That I agree with. You know what? You probably could have styled it up a little bit more. It does kind of look like PJs, but it is not the end of Minnie Mouse's dresses. So everyone relax. It's okay. Yeah, listen, we don't like our change. I know. This is not an overhaul of Minnie Mouse. This is just an alternative outfit. That's it.
These characters are in different costumes all the time.
Yeah, but Minnie Mouse is always in a dress. And now they're trying to force her out of her dress. No, they're not. Calm down. Oh, God, I can't.
So I guess I didn't even realize that this is. I guess I didn't even process because I don't. I I didn't realize it was about the pants. I thought it was about the red and white polka dots, but it's about the pants. That's really the
Yes.
big thing.
Yes.
I see. I just know people going crazy, and I'm like, but they're always in different clothes. I lived through. If you take a look, I mean, now you got the iridescent stuff this year, so there's that, right? But like, I think about immediately like Mickey's 60th birthday logo in '88 that has like, has him in like basically wearing Miami Vice clothes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. It's Mickey Mouse. Who cares what he's in?
Yep.
We accept him in all different kinds of clothes. So you know what? Same thing for Minnie. Same rules apply.
Yes.
Progress. The problem is that phrase progress. Is that was the trigger? You think that was the trigger, Lewis? I guess.
Yeah, that probably was the trigger.
I didn't see the comment you pulled up from Theme Park Rap.
Oh, sorry. He wants a. Maybe I'll make it a TikTok sound. Theme Park Rap.
Everyone calm down.
Everyone calm down. I can't. I
think it's just again. I want people to be not upset even when things are going well. And I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but right, the new episode of the Book of Boba Fett dropped yesterday, and you could talk about last week's where people were like still angry about the first 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. They were like, I would say, "Oh my God, did you see Book of Boba Fett last week's?" And it was like, yeah, but those first 3 episodes, I'm like, we've already moved on. We've moved on from the first 3 episodes. Let it go. Accept it as the beginning of the story, and know that maybe things are about to get good, even though they're not including Boba Fett so much right now.
Right.
And then yesterday's, same thing. Just, and I got to accept that, when I see an article that's skewed towards the negative about yesterday's episode, I'm like, okay, clickbait. But people's reactions are just like still angry about the first 3 episodes. Why did we have to wait so long for this yesterday? What does it matter? First of all, there at least if you're gonna ask me like, all right, what did you really think? It's exposition, so whatever. Would I have preferred that the first 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett get condensed into 1 episode, or even just like, the TV movie version, like an hour and a half long? Sure, but at the end of the day, look what we're getting. Just stop. Don't stop with the negativity. Am I being negative by being negative about negativity?
Calm down. Hashtag everyone calm down.
Yeah, no spoilers to yesterday's Boba for sure. I don't know if you saw last week's either, but with both, I'm like, both episodes, you end up being, they had to pivot because, like, come on, just why can't you accept what story they're actually telling? Here's a good one from Lewis. Progress and nostalgia do not coexist in a binary opinion space. My eyes are going. I gotta go to the eye doctor. But I mean, I think it can be both. And we talked about it on the podcast today. And I don't want to give away too much, but we talked about just even being outside. Well, Jen was too cold to get out of the monorail, but outside the entrance of Epcot, looking at Spaceship Earth and thinking ahead to all the changes they're going to make and what the possibilities are with that, to me, still plays into the nostalgia of being in the center portion of Epcot. So as much as it's progress and change, I still can see it in a way that it plays with the senses, and we like our senses to be played with at Disney, that it still feeds into that somehow. So I know what you're saying, Lewis, but I also, there's sometimes, if it works, it works. And I don't know. But the Minnie Mouse thing, I'm like, it's just a look. It's a look for the anniversary. It gets
But I
them.
also understand what he's saying, where like they use the word progress as so it tips people off to go, what did they say?
Mhm.
This is it. And I'm with you there. And perhaps that was their goal, is to create the uproar and to create the craziness. But in reality, if you actually look at the story, it's everyone, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Now, with 9 minutes left, it's what Steffers has been waiting 21
Yay,
minutes for.
Steffers, get ready.
It is the Epic Universe coming to Universal Orlando in
3 years.
in 3 years, in 2025. People's jokes are, well, you think it'll be ready before Tron? Hoo-ah, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. So that's the joke, right? As I go to share the screen, so bear with me here for a moment.
Everyone see my screen?
From the Orlando Sentinel, Universal's newest theme park, Epic Universe, is expected to open by summer 2025. It's full steam ahead. Universal expects to invest about $1 billion on capital expenditures for the theme park this year. I mean, look at this clearing of this land. It looks like old school Disney photos. And
Yeah.
Universal Orlando.
I just saw Steffers shake her head as we had to compare it to Disney somehow.
Oh yeah, right away. I'm surprised you're not pulling colon shakes head colon. Universal Orlando has just reported the best quarter in the company's history for any quarter, said Brian Roberts. The resort has now reported back-to-back record-breaking profits, even as international travel still lags behind pre-pandemic levels. I do think more people are. I mean, Steffers. Anything I say is going to trigger Steffers, but I do feel like, for varying reasons, this has been a good time to lean into Universal a little bit. Whether it's when the crowds were lighter mid last year or whatever, I do feel like I think there's an upswing. I know Steffers can get frustrated about the lack of love for Universal in general in the community sometimes, but I do think it's on the upswing. So if it can upswing here for 3 years, I think that's something to discuss for sure. I mean, when you see the numbers laid out like this, with the revenue increased by 1.2 billion in the fourth quarter, I mean, I think that's something really to toot their horn about. Now, Steffers, because as I said, she's our guest, so she can yell at me for 45 minutes on Saturday's podcast when we drop it about Universal and Islands of Adventure. She sent me a graphic after about the teasers of what could be coming. So there were basically 3 areas. I don't have the graphic on hand to share at the moment, but it was classic Universal Monsters Land, again, to kind of play into that's for the nostalgia folks.
Right.
Is the Universal Monsters area. There was the Fantastic Beasts area, because you got to do something Harry Potter, and then there was the Nintendo with Mario Super Kart, etc., etc. So those look like the 3 primary areas. Steffers, you can start putting in all caps anything I may be missing in terms of major areas there. Would my nostalgia preferred a whole Hill Valley recreation? Would it have preferred a Field of Dreams, because that's a Universal movie baseball field where old Major League Baseball players come and play on the field every day? Sure, these are things we've talked about in the past that I realize are not attainable, but these are the things I want. Theme Park Rob with a hot take. Bring up Theme Park Rob's hot take right there.
It's on the upswing due to Disney mishandling everything they touch for the last 24 months. Ooh, snap. Mic drop.
Yeah, I mean, could it have been better? Yes, but I do agree that it's been very hard to stop start. And that's what you feel like you're getting a lot instead of forward motion.
Right.
Is Steffers yelling at me? What Steffers am I not wrong about?
No. I think Theme Park Rob is not wrong.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, I but again, to Universal's benefit, I think they've been able to gain in the wake of Disney's interesting choices.
Yeah.
Mishandling, interesting choices. Go ahead, Jen.
I also feel like there's got to be a piece of it playing to people just wanting to get back into the world in the last 24 months and experience some fun and some escapism and all of that. And perhaps that plays into the upswing. Not that,
Mhm.
and maybe it's not, and I don't mean this as a shot, and I know it will come out like that. But maybe why it's more noticeable in Universal than it is in Disney. Like Disney has crowds, but I feel like with the upswing and you see the draw to Universal, I kind of feel like that plays into it a little bit. Not the full reason, but a
Yeah.
little bit of it.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's, especially locally, I think it does. I
Yes.
think that's definitely a factor. So, I mean, it'll be interesting here to see how, if will Disney acknowledge that there's an upswing when they see an article like that? What is their reaction? Because all you've been hearing is, things are improving, but
hmm
we heard about Disney's losses for a long time, and I think seeing Universal's gains here are an interesting twist on
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah. I'm not throwing away my shot, Lewis. I would never.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if the new park appeals to me personally.
hmm
And I was never a Nintendo person.
Yeah.
The Universal monsters are cool, and I accept the Universal history portion of it. And the Fantastic Beasts, I haven't seen those movies. I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I've read a couple of the books, but Fantastic
Right.
Beasts, that extension of it, I have not been a part of. I'm not
Why are
sending
you
you a vid.
yelling, Steffers?
Steffers. I'm sending. I can't tell you what I'm sending right now, Steffers. So just know that I sent you something. And why are you yelling
Oh.
at me? So
That's what she does. Lewis says, sometimes I really miss when I didn't know anything other than how awesome it was to go to the park. Too much information is making me a little cynical. Yeah, I get that too. I feel like it's a weird comparison, but I feel like, when you go to the doctor nowadays, because there's so much technology, they will tell you stuff. It's like, I didn't know about that 10 years ago, or like you weren't able to see these things 10 years ago, or whatever it was. And it's like, was that a better time? It's a weird comparison, I know, but I feel like it's kind of similar to this. Like there's social media and so much news. So everything is like, bah, in your face. And is it too much at times that can easily take you away from that escapism, where I don't want to see the business side of stuff. I don't need to know numbers. I don't need to know how the revenue is. I don't need to know all that kind of stuff. Just let me go in peace.
yeah, I mean, I think that's, and I saw a TikTok. Look, I'm referencing TikTok of The Sopranos, which I was just about to reference earlier, because whenever we say, I know it's going to sound like a shot, but which comes across like The Sopranos, with all due respect. With all due
Yeah.
respect, I'm about to say something that insults you. But The Sopranos, somebody posted a clip of Sopranos therapy sessions, and where everything about the information, and that's like early 2000s,
Yeah.
where they were talking about people are just inundated with information that they don't
Yeah.
necessarily need. And when I see stories like this, I just even though it was 25 years ago that I worked there is still, I can still see what had to happen to lead to a decision and what's behind the scene. Like, it's still very clear in my
Yeah.
brain, because I don't think that part of it has changed. So Lexi saying her brother had Nintendo as an obsession. Yeah, I don't, never a video game guy, really.
We were a
other than
Sega
sports
Genesis
video games.
family and an Atari family. So
That's right. Well, that's a quick 29 minutes here of Theme Park Thursday Live, but we are taking it over to DillosDizResort.com for a post-show chat before we wrap things up. Please like this video so other people can check it out on the replay, but we'll be over at DillosDizResort.com, your escape to nostalgia. Until we see you over there, probably at DillosDizResort.com, and back here for Theme Park Thursday Live next week. She's Jen. I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
deuces.